I am very happy that in the citation, a few things have been mentioned about my contribution. Let me mention two of them. One of them is the decision to deal with a challenge that existed for between 10 and 15 years. We had students waiting for almost 2 years before they could join university. When I became Minister for Higher Education, I decided that it was time to eliminate this challenge that had been with us for a long time and nobody wanted to make the decision because it was difficult. When I made that decision and provided the leadership for us to get out of that conundrum, I received a lot of flack. But because it was the right decision, we implemented it. Today, many of our students are beneficiaries, that they can complete their higher education this year and join university next year. And we stopped the hemorrhage in our education system of many students who, staying at home for 2 years, ended up getting married and ended up not pursuing higher education. The other decision that I was confronted with is the format of our education. For years, Kenya concentrated on formal education and very little of technical education. When I became Minister for Higher Education, and having assessed our skills audit and realized that we were way behind many countries in matters technical education, I began the journey to reposition technical education in our education system. I remember the Vice Chancellor of Moi University then writing an opinion in the newspaper and saying how wrong I was. But today, we have grown students in our technical education ecosystem from about 20,000 then in 2009. Now we have close to 700,000 students in our technical education. And we are making tremendous progress. It was a difficult decision then. Today, we all share in its outcome. I know many people contributed, many people worked with us to make that a reality. I am also persuaded now, as I was then, that we need a funding model that is not focused on the university, but focused on the student. A funding model that will not leave any child in Kenya behind. A funding model that recognizes that there are children from vulnerable families. I don't think it is correct for all of us to assume that we are all the same and that students from vulnerable families don't need affirmative action. They do. And that is why, in this new model, we are increasing scholarship and loan for students from vulnerable families from 80% to 95%. I am persuaded that it is the right thing to do. And so, as it was difficult before, so it is now, but the right decisions need to be made anyway. We will celebrate them further down the road.